It's a great day today. It's a great day to be outside this morning. You'll have more money once you figure this out. And it's really just providing value to people, right? That really sounds simple, but that really is just it. It's simple, but it can be hard, I guess. It could be hard. In theory, though, it's super simple. Every single one of us, we have value. We have life experiences. We have things locked up on the inside of us that other people want. Now, here's the thing. Because you have value, you have to figure out if your audience, your people, if they actually want that. Because you can have something that you may deem valuable. You may have some information that you have assigned value to. However, does the information you have, is that considered value to other people? And you cannot provide value based on you, okay? The value that you have are people telling you, hey, this is extremely valuable. Like, I love this type of information that you're putting out. The only way to figure out if what you have is valuable is to put it in front of enough people. The information that you have, if you're not putting it out there and you just assume, hey, this information that I have is enough information to allow me to be valuable. If you're the one telling yourself that, it accounts for nothing, okay? Because you could have written a book, and this book in your eyes is the best book ever. However, if the people that you're selling to does not see any value in this book that you created, then it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, in the eyes of your viewer, it does not mean anything. And therefore, you're not giving much value at all. And sometimes you're gonna have to sell the value. And really not sometimes, a lot of times you're gonna have to sell the value to folks. There's two types of buyers for you, okay? There's more types of buyers, but there's two that we're gonna focus on here. There's the buyer that already wants what you have. They just haven't seen you just yet, and when they see you, they're ready to buy. The second one is they're on the fence. You just have to persuade them a little more. The other person is a person that I really don't deal with much at all. I don't like dealing with people who I actually have to sell, like, on purpose. Like, I have to sell you so hard on my idea. If I have to do that, you're not the type of customer that I want to deal with anyway. Now, some folks, they love that sort of customer. I don't. All right. I like the folks that they're entertaining the idea. They just haven't found me yet, because I am their ideal person that they want to work with. Or the other person, which is they're on the fence. They just need a little bit more persuasion. And so the product that you're putting out, the value that you have, the information that you hold, if it has not been communicated to you by enough people that this is valuable, then it is not valuable, okay? So we have to detach ourselves from our product and our service, because if we just think it's so valuable just because we like the idea or the product or the service, whatever it may be, but it has not been tested and put in front of enough potential prospects, doesn't mean anything. You have to get it in front of enough people. Then you have data at that point. When you have data, you can actually gauge whether or not this is something that makes sense and something that people will actually buy. All right. So you have an abundance of skills and information in front of you, or not in front of you, but within you. And you have to pull those out. You need to start writing things down. You need to start putting things together. Once you put things together, you have a product, you have a service, okay? Start putting that product and service in front of as many people as you can, as quickly as you can. The quicker you do it, the faster you'll gather that information and that data and find out whether or not this is something that makes sense to actually put out as a product, okay? You really just need to get it going as quickly as possible, as fast as you can, as quickly as you can. That way, the quicker you'll have that data, the quicker you can get to a final product. You need to iterate as quickly as you can, all right? So do not rely on your idea of what's valuable, okay? You need to rely on the perspective of your client as to what's valuable, okay? No one cares what you think is valuable. We need to know what the masses think is valuable. We need to know what your ideal customer thinks is valuable. Now, I know that may be a little controversial if you're in some other profession like art. I feel like art, okay, you should make art that you love because it's super creative. However, if you're selling art, you need to make art that your people love if you want to be someone who sells and sells quickly. However, if you're wanting to take a longer route because you want to just do what you want to do, that is perfectly fine. I'm solely talking about someone who wants to sell and sell quickly and make money, okay? So, and again, this kind of goes into what I'm saying. Like, I'm not selling this idea to the person who wants to take the longer route because they just want to do what they want to do. I'm talking to the person who wants to actually have a product or service and sell it quickly. To sell it quickly, you got to get it in front of as many people as you can as quickly as possible. That is what you need to do. That will help you iterate. That will help you develop the perfect product for your ideal customer. That's it.